Flanagan read the story before it was published and told his team, "This is the film I want to leave in the world for my children." That's how much it meant to him. Stephen King called it sad, a touch paranormal, but also joyful and life affirming. And honestly, that sums it up perfectly. It's not Oscar bait, but it is the kind of movie that builds quietly and then lives rent free in your head for months. The Life of Chuck, directed by Mike Flanagan and based on a Stephen King novella, is not your usual doomsday drama. There are no zombies, no meteor crashes, no government conspiracies, just billboards thanking a guy named Chuck for 39 great years. Yup. That's how the world ends in this movie. And somehow it's beautiful. Alright, listen up people. Today we're going deep into this life-affirming, genre-bending gem that might be Flanagan's most personal film yet. And no, it's not horror at all. So let's overthink this, shall we? The Life of Chuck tells the story of Charles Chuck Kranz, but in reverse. We begin with his death at 39 during a surreal global apocalypse. Cities collapse, stars vanish, and random signs start popping up saying, "Thank you, Chuck." And then, as reality crumbles, the movie takes us backward through a moment of spontaneous dance in his mid-adulthood and finally to his childhood with his grandparents. The story is split into 3 parts, each a window into Chuck's life, slowly revealing how one man's seemingly ordinary existence might be cosmically extraordinary. Themes? Oh, we've got mortality, memory, regret, legacy, but also joy, wonder, and the power of human connection. Think It's a Wonderful Life meets Boyhood, but the world is ending. Stephen King called it sad, a touch paranormal, but also joyful and life affirming. And honestly, that sums it up perfectly. Let's talk Mike Flanagan. Yes, the Dr. Sleep, Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass Mike Flanagan. Except this time, he's left the ghost at home and bought tissues instead. Flanagan calls The Life of Chuck the softest, gooey, most humanist side of Stephen King. No horror, no jump scares, just soul. He adapted the novella from King's 2020 collection If It Bleeds and not only stayed true to its 3-act reverse structure, but also enhanced it with cinematic details, including a brand new omniscient narrator who gently guides us through Chuck's unraveling world. Fun fact, Flanagan read the story before it was published and told his team, "This is the film I want to leave in the world for my children." That's how much it meant to him. And yes, he even edited the film himself because apparently sleep is optional when you're emotionally invested. Tom Hiddleston is Chuck, and let's just say this might be his best work since Loki stopped threatening the universe. He plays Chuck with vulnerability, playfulness, and quite power. Especially in the second act's dance scene, you'll see him mid-city square dancing like nobody's watching, and it's not cringy, it's cathartic. That scene was choreographed by Mandy Moore, the La La Land one, not the Candy one, and it's shot in a long, unbroken take. It's magic, literal serotonin. The cast also includes Mark Hamill as Grandpa Albie, warm, wise, possibly hiding cosmic secrets, Jacob Tremblay, Benjamin, and Cody Flanagan as Chuck at different ages, and of course Flanagan favorites Karen Gillan, Kate Siegel, Rahul, Kohli, Carla Gugino, and Nick Offerman, the narrator who makes you want to journal your childhood memories immediately. Production was fully independent. Flanagan and Trevor Macy financed it through their own Intrepid Pictures banner. Why? Because studios thought it was too weird. Jokes on them. Filming happened in Alabama during a literal heat wave, but instead of relying heavily on CGI, they kept a lot of the apocalyptic visuals practical. Yes, even the Thanks Chuck billboard was real props, shot on location. VFX came in later to handle things like a collapsing coastline and the night sky unmaking itself. Eben Bolter, who worked on The Last of Us, brings a soft, poetic look to everything. Light flares, deep shadows, dreamlike textures. It's gorgeous. And the score, done by the Newton brothers, who by the way have been with Flanagan since Oculus. Emotional, eerie, delicate. It holds your hand through the collapse of everything. The film premiered at TIFF 2024, where people cried, clapped, and probably called their moms after. Stephen King called it one of the good ones, and that's coming from a guy who once wrote a killer car named Christine. The Life of Chuck is getting limited theatrical release starting June 6, 2025, with wider release following on June 13th. It's not Oscar bait, but it is the kind of movie that builds quietly and then lives rent-free in your head for months. So, should you watch The Life of Chuck? Absolutely, but know what you're walking into. It's not horror, it's not loud, it's not trying to impress you with explosions. It's soft, reflecting, weird a little, and kind. It's a movie about one life told backward to help you appreciate your own life moving forward. Wow, sometimes I impress myself. It might not scream for your attention, but it whispers something worth hearing. And if you're into Flanagan, King, or just just want to sob for 104 minutes while reevaluating your entire existence, this one's for you. If you made it this far, drop a broken heart in the comments. If Chuck broke you too, want a breakdown of all the Stephen King Easter eggs in this film? Let me know below. I've got a whole board ready. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, sometimes the world does not end with a bang. Sometimes it ends with gratitude. Thank you, Chuck.